High in the silver-leaf forest, where moonlight filtered through glowing leaves, stood an ancient oak, taller than any castle tower. Hidden within its twisting branches was a tree house. This was the home of Liora, the Jeweler Fairy. Liora was no ordinary fairy. While others shaped dew into rainbows or stitched petals into gowns, Liora crafted jewels, living jewels. Her gemstones pulsed with gentle light, changing color with emotion. Rubies that carried warmth through the coldest night. She made them not for beauty alone, but to heal the forest. Her workshop filled the hollow of the oak. Shelves carved from bark held crystals. Wind chimes of silver vines sang softly, warning her when danger neared. Every night, Liora worked by starlight, her wings glowing faintly as she shaped raw magic into gems using a tiny hammer. Yet Liora lived alone. Long ago, the Fairy Council had forbidden jewel magic, fearing its power. When Liora refused to stop, after saving an entire valley from eternal winter, they banished her to the upper forest. The oak became both her sanctuary and her prison. One evening, as Liora polished a moonstone pendant, the wind chimes screamed. Not danger, something worse. A crack split the air and a shadow streaked through the trees, crashing into the roots below. Liora rushed down. There, tangled in thorns, lay a boy made of stone. He looked young, his body carved like marble, cracks glowing faintly gold. His eyes flickered open, filled with fear. "Please," he whispered, "don't let them find me." Before Liora could ask who they were, the ground trembled. Dark vines crept across the forest floor. Without thinking, Liora pressed the moonstone to the boy's chest. The gem shattered. Light exploded outward. The stone boy cried out as cracks sealed and color rushed into his skin. He collapsed, breathing, human. The forest fell silent. Liora stared in shock. That moonstone had taken years to craft. Worse, it had broken the ancient rule: jewels were never meant to transform life itself. The boy opened his eyes. "I'm Rowan," he said. "You saved me." Before she could reply, the trees groaned. From the shadows emerged sentinels of the Fairy Council. "They've come," Rowan whispered. "Because of me." Liora stood tall, fear pounding in her chest. "Go, climb the oak, hide." "I won't leave you," Rowan said. As the sentinels advanced, Liora grabbed a small chest from her workshop and flung it open. Jewels flew into the air, circling her like stars. She had never used them as weapons, but tonight she would. Emerald light surged, roots bursting from the ground to trap the sentinels. Sentinel thundered, "You broke the law and awakened the Heartstone." Liora said, "The Heartstone was destroyed centuries ago." Rowan stepped forward. "No," he said, "it was hidden, inside me." The truth shattered everything. Rowan was not a boy cursed into stone. He was created to contain the Heartstone, the most powerful jewel ever made, capable of reshaping magic itself. The council had turned him into a living prison. Rowan said, "And now they want it back." Liora placed her hands on the oak tree and whispered an old spell, one she had sworn never to use. The treehouse roots wrapped around Rowan, drawing the Heartstone's light outward. When the light faded, the sentinels were gone. Rowan collapsed, human and free. But the Heartstone was no longer inside him. It beat gently within the tree. Liora fell to her knees, exhausted. She had bound the Heartstone to the forest itself. At dawn, the Fairy Council arrived, not with chains, but silence. The forest was thriving, magic balanced. Queen said, "Your exile is ended. Will you return?" Liora looked at her tree, at Rowan waking beneath its branches. "No," she said with a smile, "my place is here." And so, the jeweler fairy remained in her treehouse, where jewels sang softly in the bark.